Hello, Internet. Strange things are afoot here in the mighty Dehan Minguk. Well, strange things are afoot in the bowels of YouTube's machinery, wherever that may live. Some of it's probably here in the mighty Dehan Minguk, which is to say the Republic of South Korea. Well, Republic of Korea, because we're the real Korea. Is the rationale there? What I'm trying to say is, I don't know what WTF is going on in terms of this stream showing up on the thing, because it's not on the playlist, but it's on the playlist. And so if somebody goes to the play, look, it's fine. It's I thought it might be something I've done, you know, because that is often the case. However, I don't think it's something I've done. I think it's just YouTube being goofy, being stupid, being annoying, as you know, as it can sometimes be. Look, I don't blame them. It's just the way they are. Ain't no learning them. So here I am, Sunday. I was so discombobulated by trying to figure out what was going on that I forgot to get my coffee. I haven't got my coffee. I got to get my coffee. Look, I'll be right back with my coffee. BRB. Sorry, it's all right. Just, you know, everybody chill. Everybody chill. It's all going to be fine. Got to get coffee. Be right back. Okay. Coffee she has got. The annoying thing, though, the annoying thing about the, well, okay, maybe if I just go to, oh, look at that. All right. It looks like YouTube recombobulated its discombobulation. Unregulated the problems it was having. So I think we're all good to go for space elevation now. Next step. Next stop. Space. Right. Okay. We all good? We got audio. Quiet. Game's going to be quiet. But, oh, look at the trains off there in the distance. Isn't that lovely? Coffee's hot and black. Yeah, so, Now, look, here's the thing. What they say, they being the 50 million people who are on YouTube to tell other people how to do the YouTube, they say before you start a stream, you should have a plan. And I'm not going to lie, my plan is pretty vague here, because actually, cannot tell a lie, I have not been playing Satisfactory very much in the last couple of weeks because it's hot, and my brain doesn't work so good when it's hot. So, I mean, one thing I did do last time I was in, I did do nicer, what do you call it? I did blueprints of these guys, except I closed them and made them look pretty. So I could replace these right now, but look, that's getting distracted. That's getting distracted before I even get started. So let's leave off on that for a moment. See where we are in terms of things. I believe, oh, hello. Yeah, I probably wanted to, there. I wanted to, I'm going to check real quick, see that my ludicrous nonsense rocket fuel generator stack to heaven is still doing its stuff as it should. Just check that the power is being created, that the Janies up top aren't starving. I see green lights at this level, so that's a good sign. But yeah, I just want to confirm first there. I was working on that recently. That's going to make, gosh, I can't even remember, steel stuff because there's just a bunch of iron nodes there. So, yep. Let's rise. It's looking all nice and green, so that's promising. I do have a semi-coherent, semi-formed, semi-plan for the desert over there eventually, but okay, so let's just pop on him and scooch down here and see what's transpiring. These are not doing nothing. Same. So that's bad. Red lights. Okay. How bad is it? Let's find out. Okay, number 2, new. Alright, so these guys are, you know, kind of okay-ish. These guys are not doing so good because the pipe, she empty. Down below means the pipe is probably just trickling. I mean, we're only 3 stops from the ceiling, so I'm not super worried about it. Also empty. So that must just be filling up and then burning off and then filling up and then burning off rather than, well, we go down one. Okay, not great. So these are, so what's my total power? I mean, I got, well, yeah, I mean, I'm producing 150 gigawatts. And using under 30. So, you know, it's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to let that be. I'm not going to worry about it right now. That would require me to use my brain. And as I mentioned earlier, way too hot for brain use. So the other thing I wanted to see is I forget the status of. Maybe I want to build some trains today. I want to extend my train network out to the north there. Maybe kinda. Yeah, I just want to see if I'm sinking, if I'm actually shipping out goodies that I'm producing with the ridiculous amount of excess oil from the wells here. These are all not entirely happy-ish, but I mean, that's fine. I'm not all about the optimization, really. I don't mind if the numbers don't add up perfectly. So we're sinking. No, that's fine. We don't need to even. Well, that's yeah. We're just producing just a few here. How few are we producing? Why have we got this overclocked? Good only news. Rubber, lots of petroleum coke, and rubber is a bit on the slow side. She looks like in terms of supplying these. Yeah. Yeah. So the rubber. Should put some lights up here, maybe. A bit dim. I mean, let's just toss one of these guys in. Can I click him? No. Organization, floodlight tower. Let's just pop in one of these for the moment. Because I want to see what's going on. Okay, so these are all, and these are what, these are doing, these are doing petroleum coke. Yeah. And they're, looks like they're fine. Maybe a little backed up, but that's okay. So the rubber's coming down from upstairs, I believe. Sinking excess here. It's probably fine, whatever. Yeah, rubber coming from here, plastic from here. And these are all, these guys over here are not super thrilled, but these are looking good. Oil into rubber. So why are these slightly less happy? Because backing up. Heavy oil residue is not getting consumed, maybe? Is that, am I reading that right? So that's full of fuel. Yeah, I think I need to be burning off more heavy oil residue, and that's going downstairs. I can't remember. Yep, it's going downstairs. No, wait, that's, yeah. It's the heavy oil residue, yeah? Yeah. Okay. So I guess I need to be, what am I doing with that? Am I making, yes, I am making petroleum coke. So I'm just probably not sinking it fast enough, perhaps? No. Using it and or sinking it fast enough. Let's say Mark 5 belt. Mark 5. Everything's all Mark 5. No. So they're happy. Well, this guy's not super happy because, yeah. So that's gonna go up to 200 or whatever. Oh, not quite. We're pretty close to where we would like to be, I think, but just slightly. Why have I got this last one overclocked? I don't know what the logic is there. And only one, no, two. Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess the numbers probably seem to add up. I don't know. Okay. Oh, this is, yeah, that's just jammed. Why is this jammed? Okay, that's a bad thing. No, it's no. Super slow. Okay. I think I need to be, so he's right. Okay, let's... And this is also jammed. Okay, so this is a merger. Also kind of jammed up here. I don't know what my logic was for this particular spaghetti situation here, but I think I need to throw in a couple more sinks. Just to get that moving, which will make those machines happy, which means they'll consume more from the heavy oil residue. Yeah. Okay, so good. Okay, so there's a plan. Let's fix this. Let's do this now. Maybe this is just going to be a running around and repair stuff session for me. Okay, so let's pop him on there. Yeah. Good. Overflow left. Come on. Overflow left. Okay. Put another one over here. Overflow right. Okay. And we'll do a couple more of these guys. Power 'em up. Power 'em up. And same over here. Get rid of this, I guess. Put another sink here. Doink, doink. Good enough. There. Power him up. Did not mean to do that. Okay. Now, theoretically, should get things moving. Actually, no, because that goes down. Derp. Yeah. Okay. That was not. That was wrong. I want to be downstream from those two. Right? Yeah. Flow left. Yeah, and same thing over here. Okay, there, now that'll take care of that. That'll get that moving. Those should be happy and green momentarily. Yeah. Oh. So how you doing, people of the internet, on this fine Sunday morning? Oh, I forgot to water my plant. I gotta water my plants this morning. I'm forgetting to do all kinds of things this morning. It's one of those mornings, sadly. Well, I hope you're all well out there. Hope you're having fun. I know I am. It's hot as blazes once again in the mighty south of Korea. Horrifically so, but skies are blue. I'm photosexual, so love the sun. But it is, yeah, ridiculously hot. But one expects that in August. And weirdly, as I get older, I seem to be able to handle that a bit better. So that's a good thing. So look forward to that. If you're a sweaty greaseball like me, when you get older, yeah, it might get better. Okay, so the whole rationale there was to make sure that we're using up all our, or as much as possible of our heavy oil residue in order to make the rubber come out more faster. And that does not seem to be the case over here. These are green, but these are still yellow, so let's see what's up. Oil residue is not getting... Am I doing something funky here? Flow rate is 0. Flow rate is 0. Flow rate is flowing. Yeah, she's flowing. I got a issue here with... Maybe I got a bum pipe. Surgy. Is this not doing anything at all? Ever? I don't know. A little bit of flow. Do I need to do the old manifold thing again to make this happy? But what? But these ones downstream, these are not okay. So what if I brought this down? It seems excessive to me, however. Wait, what? Am I flipping my noodle? These aren't doing anything, are they? They're just sitting empty. Yeah, they're not doing anything. They're just from the blueprints. Derp. I've confused myself by changing the color for some idiot reason. What if... Is this a good idea or a terrible idea? I don't know. Well, I think what I should need to do probably first is let's just get it rid of, just get rid of these. Just get rid of these pipes because they're obviously confusing me. Past me has confused future me, which honestly is kind of not that uncommon in the life of the Wonderchicken. And present me is probably going to confuse future me in turn. You know, it's the circle of life, my friends. That is the circle of life. Okay, so let's get rid of all of them. All of that's all gone now. Hooray, hoopla. And let's do the same thing over here just for consistency's sake. Yeah, see, I used different colors there, which... dumbhead. Okay, now let's get all of them. And let's get all of them. Okay, clean that up. Make it more sensible. Now, I think upstairs I'm using this purple, right? So I'm just going to continue to use this purple so as not to... What am I doing? What's happening here? It seems unwise. Flow rate 6, 5, 4, 3. Flow rates, whatever. Got 2 Mark IIs going into a Mark II. That seems unwise to me. I don't know what past me was thinking. TBH. What color are... What is the color I'm using? Is it this one? Yes. Color coding for my own to not confuse-rate myself too much later. Or deconfusify the potential confusification. If you get what I'm saying, which if you don't, I mean, that's fine. I wouldn't get what I was saying either if I were you. Purplish. Oh. Yep, well, whatever. A little bit overspill never hurt anybody. So what I'm thinking here, to vocalize what's in my brain, is I think all of these are going to be significantly happier. I mean, that's all green now, right? So, I mean, it's fine. But did I mean, heavy fuel is... The heavy fuel residue is all... It's all full. So, maybe I calculated wrong. Maybe I'm not eating up enough of it to keep these guys up here happy. A lot more happy ones on this side now. Maybe it was just taking a while to work its way through the system. But this still, it's got some flow. Got no flow. No flow. And that no flow means unhappy thingy here. So, why is this rank different? Maybe because of what's so the plastic recipe uses 30 per minute oil and produces 20 and 10. This uses 30 per minute, produces 20 and 20. Oh ho! Twice as much, which is why half of this rank is yellow. Wonderchicken, by George, you've done it again. So, kinda what I need to do, I don't know why I didn't do it in the past, but is, and what's the total? Okay, so what are we producing max here? Let's do the math. I got the aircon on, so, you know, my brain, for a couple hours, so my brain theoretically can do this. 20 per minute by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. So 20 by 18 is 3,600. Okay. But this is 20, this is 10 by 18. So half as much. Right, obviously. So I think what needs to happen, that's like under 300, even surging. Oh, because I got some coming down from up there as well. Right, second floor. Oh, dearie me. And is it rubber and plastic up there too? I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, my numbers can't be, couldn't have been that bad because things are sort of working, but holy smokes, this is all green. Oh, some yellow ones down there on the left, which is the rubber, right? Which means it's just more than... Okay, so I'm going to manifold this up then. Or I'm going to bring it down into two ranks, right? And I'm going to overclock the hell out of all of these. I mean, theoretically, they should all be doubled if these are all happy, which they seem to be right now. These are already overclocked, whatever, but... So what... Basic one here is using 40. 3,600... It's 2, maybe? 3,600 from that rank and then the floor above. So it's using 40. Okay, so 1, 2, 3... Oh, wait, yeah. Heavy oil residue. Yeah, 40. 2016, 3,600, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 by 4 is 32. How do those numbers possibly work? 40 per minute times 8. The numbers can't possibly work. See, this is why I haven't played Satisfactory in a couple of weeks, because brain hurt, right? 40 times 8, right? 40 by 8. Stupid keyboard. What? Come on. This used to just work. 40 by 8. Never use equal, so I don't know what I've got it bound to on this keyboard layer. This is annoying. Okay. 40 by 8 is 8 times 4 is 32. It's 320. Am I off by an order of magnitude up here. No, 18 by 20. Okay. 18 by 20 is 3,600. 20. We've got 18 of these guys. Boy, I'm going to look at this later and I'm going to be super embarrassed because clearly something is... My brain is broken here somehow. There's no way that 8 of these guys at 40 per minute should be soaking up anywhere near even half that, right? Give me one sec. Yep. Okay. Only by 8. I mean, I know, bachelor's degree in mathematics, right? I mean, not that they, the university level mathematics is teaching you how to. Why does this not work all of a sudden? What isn't this supposed to just? It used to. I swear to God, it used to. I'm having one of those mornings, folks, where things are just, it's a cascade of confusion in Old Wonderchicken's brain. I mean, I know that's 320. Right? I just want some confirmation because yeah, brain is going weird. How does this? How can this possibly be anything like correct? Pipe's not even fully. Okay, I'm freaking out. This refinery is producing 20 heavy oil residue per minute per machine that aren't overclocked. There are 18 of them. You can't sink fluid, so it's got to be going down through these pipes. $20 times 18 is 3,600. 2 times 18. No. 360. Okay. 360. That makes more sense. Okay, so 360 from here, 360 from there, 720. So 2 Mark II pipes can handle that with room to spare. That's why I did that. Okay, we're making progress now. So 720 is what I need to be eating from this rank. And 40 by 8, right? 320. So, yeah, I need to be... So this guy is eating 80. 8 times 8, 64. I'm going to need to triple overclock. Okay, let's get some... Okay, I think it's all coming together in Old Wonderchicken's brain now. Let's... So we're going to grab those. We're going to... What is it? What'll this take us to? It'll take us to 300. 300 by 8 will be 2,400. We don't need that much. In fact, we don't even... 240. What do we say upstairs? We said 360 to 720. 720 goes into 8. Like 8 times. Man, my brain. My summertime does a number on my brain. 8 times 80 would be 640. 8 times 90 would be 720. So 90. So for each of these... Okay, so so we want 90. Yeah. That should be just right, y'all. So 240. 240 gives us 80. Divided by 3. So each of these is 60. So divide by 3. So if we go up to that's 240, 260. Theoretically, 265, just to add a little headroom in there, because I don't know, I'm superstitious, right? 86.4. Oh, right. Okay. Well, let's go up to 270. 90. Perfect. Don't know how the numbers work out, but they do. Okay, so good. 225. Okay, so copy that. Boom. Did that work? It did. Copy that. Boom. Copy that. Boom. Paste in. Paste in. Paste in. Paste in. Paste in. So theoretically now, that means these guys should be happily eating all of the 720, plus a bit, coming down through the 2 floors here. Which means those should turn green once things start to flow through. Now, I planned kind of in my brain there, which I think I mentioned I was going to talk about, but I didn't because I got distracted. Squirrel is drop down some pipes through here as well. Just so we have more kind of like a vertical manifold. I still think that seems like a reasonable thing to do. So, let's do it. Why not? Pipe. Okay, and let's put him there. And drop him down like that. And just feed it in the back side of the rank. Over there. I mean, probably should be doing this twice over, right? From the upper level as well. How's the upper level looking? Let's have a quick look. It's not going to be better. I mean, it is a little bit. I think more of those were. This is early on in the thing, so there's not so much back uppage, maybe. But you know, whatever. Just to be consistent, let's do that as well. And bring this down. Now, wouldn't you know, I'm so efficient in terms of layout that I put those right on top of each other. That's going to be fine. We'll do that. We'll do this. Bring this down here. It's not what I really wanted it to look like. Annoying. Okay, that'll do. Now, we will pull both these boys down to, I think we'll do the roof over here. And we'll just feed them in, see what happens. Should make things, some things happier, I'm thinking. I'm hoping. Maybe. Where'd they go? Which way did he go? Did I not? Yeah, I didn't. Whoa, no, it's way over here. Okay, that's why. Yep, yep, yep. And might as well do them both. Whoa, what the heck is that? That's not what I want. Gonna go. There. Yeah. No. Actually, we want to pop a junction on here, I think. Okay. Then we're going to go upsy daisy. Right. Just... yeah. Yep. Maybe. Yes. No. God damn it. Sorry. 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 Okay, let's be less dumb. I feel this is why streaming the old Satisfactory, it's kind of suboptimal. And with someone wanting to kind of learn by my mistakes. Oh, come on. But, you know, maybe it's soothing. I don't know. Alright. Is that gonna... Look, it's still not optimal. But I don't care at this point. I'm done. I'm done. It's good enough. It'll do. Just want to hook this up and see if it works, basically. Come on. Stop being annoying. Don't care if it's ugly right now. I just want to hook it up. Okay, so this is coming in here, and then it's going back there, and it's now it's filling from both sides, which means, yeah. Oh, look at that. That's all. Nope, sorry, spoke too soon. The middle two are not entirely happy. Why is that? Because we're not clearing out enough petroleum coke. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's to be expected, kinda. You know what? I'm just gonna sink some more for the moment. I mean, part of the purpose of this whole exercise here, you can't sink a fluid, so I've got to convert it to coke anyway. That's ugly, but whatever. So, yeah. It's less happy now? Okay. It's just too ugly for me right now. I gotta... let's put a... How full is this over here? Let's find out. Thanks to the handy-dandy new throughput doodad. This is maxed out. Okay. Fair enough. And this is, of course, yeah, it's not happy because... This is 500, 6, yeah, well, that rank we're not really concerned with. That's pretty happy now, right? So it's only this one that's the issue. That's not maxed out. Not even close to a 5 for a 5 bound. What about this one? He is maxed out. Okay. Presumably not quite. Yeah, that's fine. So what if... What about him? Mm, 600. Yeah. Okay. So. We can. I don't know if this is going to make any sense at all. I need to totally rework this, but for the moment, push some over there, maybe? Because that's not going to be too bad, right? $460, $480. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, playing PUBG or Warzone or whatever, nowhere near the kind of strain on Old Man Wonderchicken's brain that this is causing me right now. I should have just gone and built some stuff this morning, but here I am doing this instead, so whatever. Okay, so why don't I This is, yeah, splitting that way, so it says 600 and change total, probably, maybe, so yeah. But we do have, okay, so, I mean, let's just, whatever, let's just do this. Let's just do this and see what happens, right? What can be overflow? This one is straight-ass splitter, I think. Just to pop some more. Over onto that side. Just cuz, just give it a go. Just to see what happens. Theoretically, that means that should... No, it gets jammed up there instead, right? Yeah, that makes sense-ish. It's even lower throughput now. That was a bad idea, I think. Maybe. Let's try this, just because I'm pretty much just messing around at this point, trying random stuff, semi-random stuff. Okay, so this is what? It was probably jammed up there for a sec, so it's gonna speed up again, take the average. That's all fine, of course, right? So. Okay, that's less than 780, so that's fine. These are flickering and fluctuating. Still not getting rid of all the coke that I should be, because this is jammed up, but still, what is going on, brother? These are all Mark 5. 640. 670. These guys are... This is super... Okay, I'm just gonna... Sometimes, especially since 1.1, weirdness happens. So I'm just gonna... just rebuilt up all of these with Mark Vs. Just on the off chance that, you know, something's weird. And see if that does anything visually anyway. No, it's still jammy jams. Jammy jams. Why is it jammy jams? So throughput 600 and change. We got some headroom there. So Mark 5-y. I mean, I don't know. I'm grasping at straws at this point, my friends. Just trying stuff. See what happens. Maybe. Wait, is that a Mark V? Yeah. No. Not that that matters here, but it just struck me. She no move. Why no move? Oh, come on, video game. Stop being annoying, please. Things that once did work as they ought to have since 1.1 seem to be causing me grief lately. I don't know why, but it's super annoying. So that's moving there. Okay. This will probably max this out now, right? Which would be fine. Should not be the end of the world. Going up. Going up. Going up. Going up. More slowly going up. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, that's a little fewer nonsenses is going on there. Well, and these obviously probably are going to be, yep, same kind of deal. Are we maxed out over here? Yeah, we are. So we can't really do much more there. Aren't we maxed out yet here? Getting there. It's a little bit of headroom though. Is it worth it? Maybe it is. Let's find out. Can't hurt anyway. Oh, come on, dude. It really seems to me this would have worked before 1.1. Do I just give in and just put a bloody... I need to come back and redesign this whole bloody thing, I think. Not right now. Not today. But I think I do need to. This is dumb. Headroom? Some headroom. So, lather, rinse, repeat, right? Why not? Just for now. That's probably for sure actually going to max that out at 780. Those are... I don't know. Up at the front end side now? What? What? Well, whatever. Look. It's... I mean, it's not going to be worse. I don't think. And, I mean, also, go upstairs and check what's happening with the... It's not gone up at all. This is working, right? Yeah. Pulling down a little extraneousness. I mean, that's smoother. Looking better. This side is what I'm concerned about right now. What's happening over here? Let's do a reality check here. So, yeah, this just can't keep up. It's Coke, yeah, just... no, I think it's just going at its normal speed, right? So, yeah. I mean, I guess I could overclock these more to pull out more, but whatever. So this back few are looking better now. Front few are looking worse, which is confusing to me. Why that would be the case. But, yeah. So, yeah. It's going to be maxed out at 780 still, yeah. Maybe another sync up at this end. Yeah, I mean... Comes back fewer. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty, like, it's pretty close. Okay, it's pretty close. Let's just have a look. See if that's greened up everything up here. Oh, no. Not really. Not really any better. But I think it's, like, close to better. Idle because of oil. Interesting. Well, that's definitely a change. This is not backed up at all now. Okay. All right. Look, I mean, I think that's progress. My brain hurts. It's time to go do something else. I think that's fair enough for now. So, what else popped into my brain in terms of a list of things that I wanted to do today? So, look, that's all. Yeah, whatever. Okay, fine. Fine. What's my energy sitch now? Probably unchanged. That's my guess, but let's just see. Yeah, basically unchanged. I think that's what it was a minute ago. Maybe it's a little bit more as a little slow fuel. Rock fuel slowly percolates up, but that's fine. Happy days are here again. Okay. Well, the thumbnail I made for this thing was Space Station Procrastination Nation, so that is pretty much what I'm doing. I mean, it's all in service of, however, fancy new enclosed cannons that I made. Now, this guy. Honestly, I feel like this is going to take a whole bunch of brain power that I'm not entirely excited about exercising now, because my brain feels a bit floppy and squidgy and weary at the moment. I got to admit. So I might just leave that alone for the moment, because that's just happily getting iron and sinking the ingots, I think, for the moment. For later use. Yeah, that's all just happening there, so that's fine. I gotta do something with this later. And then get, oh, maybe, I was going to bring the products of this here thing once it's built to the train station. Maybe that's a thing I want to do. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. So let's get, I'm not sure what my power sitch here. Let's see if I can get a bit of elevation and think about maybe build some infrastructure to bring that over where I want it to be. So I'm going to go, I think I want to go more or less at the level of here, maybe a bit, maybe lower. It's going to be in the way. Maybe at the level of these guys, because are they all the same level? I think maybe. Right, which is kind of nearish the same level of this arch here. Yeah, I think aesthetically I want them to be at the same level. So let's just pull, for the moment, let's just pull a level over across to see where that's going to come out of the armadillo back. And then we'll get rid of that in a minute. This is just to give us some idea, quick and easy, of where we're going to be. Like here-ish. Okay, I mean, that's fine. So we're going to emerge out of... Oh, that's actually just about right. It's just above the level of the surface here. Let's just check that there's nothing occluding me on the other side. No, that looks okay. That looks pretty good. Okay, that'll be good then. Right. So that's going to be like that. In fact, yeah, something like that. Okay. Cool. Power up, please. Thank you. Okay, so that gives us an idea of where we want to be Z-axisly. Now, it's time to think about where we're going to go. I don't mind that being, because that's parallel, right? So, I mean, I think that's fine. Bring some more power up here, because I'm going to need it in a minute to fly around. So, coming out here, and then maybe, I think that'll just clear these guys over here. Then we go along there. And then we're eventually up to the train station. I think that will work. Let's give it a... Let's zoop some stuff here and see how we go. See if it works. That's pretty good there. And this way, I think. But we want to be lined up with that. Yeah. So let's pull. This is good here. This will give us a line here. So if we pull this out temporarily. Yep, let's pull this out. What's our level going to be? Down a bit. It doesn't matter. We can fix it later. I just want to be able to see it. And right through the middle here, I think, yeah. This is probably going to be wrong height, but that's fine for now. Yeah. I hope it's the right height, because otherwise we might want to go one up at the other segment. Oh no, that's just about right. No, slightly off. That's fine though. We'll use this as our... Because that... Yeah, we'll use this as our guide. So we'll just merge those two, if I can remember how to do that. Oh, yeah, I had that issue. Some things like a quarter meter off between bits, yeah, but that's fine. But actually, if I look at this, this is a quarter meter off here. So it's actually better to use that as our vert. So, is that the right angle? It's got to be, probably, right? Good enough. Okay, and that will go in through there. Oh, you know what though? That's not going to merge nicely. So I'm a dummy. Why don't we do it a little bit better? Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's do that. Oops. Oops. Okay. So, we're looking good. And if we pop that on here and go across like that, everybody's going to be happy. It's going to be a glorious, beautiful day in the neighborhood for... but you know what? I'm thinking... Oh, no, we'll stack, same as we did last time, so I only need one line. Basically, that'll be fine. And then underneath I've got one and then space and then one and then space and then one and then space in terms of the steel supports. So let's do that. Just to get a feel for what we're doing here. It's gonna do what I want. Kinda. Low on steel beams, but that's all right. I think, am I? Looks like I'm not automatically refilling. So I should probably make that happen at some point. When I go back, let me think. It's, yeah. When I go back to stock up, I'll have a quick look at that, because that's a squirrel that deserves a little bit of attention. I think? Okay. So, how are we doing? That's going to be the thing eventually. Coming out of there. Come on. Come on. Come on, you bastard. So fiddly. Okay. Enough for now. That's the general idea. Okay, and then over here, we're just going to carry on. We can get rid of this guide thing. Oh, we're probably going to want to... do I want to go straight? I mean, this guy's going to be in the way. I don't want to interrupt him. Or her. So maybe we'll do something. We can pick up this angle here. And then take it in. Yeah. Take it in closer to the edge, and then that seems like a thing we can do. Okay. Might as well do it rightish the first time. Instead of my usual just slap stuff down and hope for the best. Oops. Oops. Did not want to do that. That was weird. Oh well. Some mystery key combo. Come on. Yeah, good enough. Gonna be close, but it's gonna be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be okay. We'll go vert. We'll go vert. It'll be all right. Just a few up. Maybe one more in. Maybe two more in. And we'll go up. And then we'll carry on parallel. Yeah. Maybe put some lifts in here. Groovy. Now. Okay, let's do a little bit of this nonsense. What do I want to do here? I want to go up, but I don't want to keep, yeah, those are enclosed. That's fine. That's fine. For now, anyway, until I think of something better. Oh, no. Yeah. So, that's going to be, do that there too. And then, don't love that. So, back off too. Yeah, it'll do. Steel beams. All gone. So I was gonna... Well, let me finish this up first. With a... Oh, sorry. Slouching. My wife would, if she were here, would come in, waggle her finger at me and say, "Don't slouch. That's your old man back." She'd be absolutely right. Okay. Let's pull this along the way here. Maybe one up higher. Maybe two up higher, just to match the height. Does that match? I think so. And then we're gonna do that, and we're gonna scooch it over, scooch it back, scooch it over, like so. Ah, farts. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Okay, and that's going to eventually go into one of the train stations there, which I will worry about at a later time. Okay, I got a floaty power pole up here, which I should probably delete. And that's going to be, yeah, that's going to be dandy. That'll be just fine. Now, power, or steel. I mean, I think I got a bunch in here somewhere, but I think I want to go over, see what the situation is, see if I can easily automate my overflow up into this the cloud. Dimensional depot. So let's go have a look at the situation there. Whee! Okay, so steel at the moment, I don't think I am... Steel's coming to there, and this is the first spot. So let's see if we can... what the overflow situation is here. This is the first place it'll be overflowing to sinks. Okay, so which one of these is steel beams? There. Okay, so I want to can't remember. Can I dimensional depot? Like, can I merge two different things and just... I'm pretty sure I can't. I think I need a... I don't think I need a... What a... don't sink beams, you dingus, and I am... Oh, no, that's those beams. Right, I'll just leave that there for future me. Right, okay, so let's pop in a dimensional depot. Boom. Let's put him... Can we fit him here? I don't see why not. And then we're already merging these two, so all we really want to do is we still want overflow. That's overflow from below. Once the depot is full, we'd like to, but that's gonna... Excess will flow back over there to the second depot, and that'll get sunk anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So why don't we just pop that in there. And I think it'll just do its job, yeah? I already got... Oh, but this will... okay, yeah, that's an issue, right? So, because once it fills... Right. So, we need to have a smart splitter. No, but if it... Yeah, I think, unless I'm mistaken, which I frequently am, I think I want to have dedicated ones here. So, right, let's not merge. Let's do a smart splitter for each of those. Okay, in there. In. I want to... Can I... I mean, I can. And I think I should. So we're going to go smart splitter here. Go smart splitter here. Okay, we're going to go overflow right to the sink. Any through the center. Yep. And then that's just going to scooch around like that. And that's going to go into here. And then we're going to go overflow to the... Wait, no, this is overflow to the... Yeah, overflow to the right. Yeah. This should be happily... Yep, okay. Overflow right. Yep. Same thing here, overflow right. Okay. That we're gonna, yeah, that's annoying. Let's put these in the back side. And then that's gonna go in. Wait, overflow center. Overflow center. And any to the right. That's the ticket. And that should be full, so the rest should go to... Oh, sorry, buddy. Any more should come out and get sunk. Wait, why? No space left in depot. Why is it still uploading? Oh, because... because that's got to fill up first. I guess, yeah. That's fine. Okay. And then this should be... So should have some beams. Yeah, got 90 beams in there. 91. Nice. Okay. Awesome. I'm so awesome. Okay. Let's just pick up some beams to use right now while we're here. Where are they? Over here. Put a bunch of stacks of them because we're going to need some. We can pop this back upstairs. That's trash. Don't know why I have sound fluctuators. It's fine. It's just going to go here. I don't care. 3 stators, whatever. Do I have space? Yeah, you go up there. What can I... Why don't we help this out a bit? While we're here again. Take 2 more stacks. Space available? Yes, let's do that. I think he's full. Okay, he's good. Right, let's go back. See what we can do. Oh, hey, there's a person. Hey, Mike. I don't know when you dropped in and said hi. I'm shocked. There's somebody here. You are indeed a nice guy. Yeah, how's it going, Mike? If you're still here. Yeah, looks like you are. That's something I was going to do on Friday, but I was behind the 8 ball, is set up this thingy so I can see chat on the screen, single monitor, when it happens. Well, 5 minutes ago. Nice. So, yeah, it's been, an hour and a half this morning. I kind of devolved to some extent into just muttering to myself because there's nobody around, which is, is the lot of a baby streamer. Yeah, so I'm sorry if I was, if I sounded slightly psychotic, because after a certain point of folks not being around, it gets a little weird. It gets a little weird. Plus, I'm over-caffeinated this morning, so yeah, I'm just doing stuff here, figuring out stuff. Sort through files, physical files or I guess. Anyway, happy sorting. That's cool. Yeah. I'm glad to see you. I don't think I've seen you for how long have I been doing this now? A couple months since early on, which was also, I think, when I was satisfied. I was having a lot of technical issues back in those early streams. That all seems to be resolved now, which is happy. That's good. I'm happy to soothe. So yeah, I'll dial it back. We'll go ASMR here. Back. Yeah, I'll just talk normally. Yeah. So I'm building stuff. I'm avoiding the big job, which is the one I alluded to in the thumbnail for this thing, which is building all my stuff for phase 4. But there's a lot of prep work needs to go in infrastructurally, so I'm infrastructurating at the moment. And also building some stuff for future beltways and so on and so forth. Time zones are... Yeah, it is. I know this is, assuming, I think you're in North America, yeah, and, I think it's a reasonable hour there now. Not every Sunday for me here, Sunday morning. Not every Sunday, but the majority of Sundays for the last couple of months I've been playing PUBG with Ash and Don Pardo and Fletcher and the other PUBG enjoyers from Me Fight Club, which has been super, super fun. But this morning I was like, I haven't been hopping into Satisfactory. There's some stuff I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to chill. And yeah, do that stuff. So I'm not bothering them this morning. But yeah, Friday afternoon. Normally Fridays here. It's mid-afternoon when I come home from work because I got my schedule set up so I can finish at a reasonable hour North America time so I can hang out with my my oldest buddy of 45 years, the Bear Man, and play some video games with him, but he was unavailable this Friday. Eastern U.S. I'm moving back to the U.K. next month. Oh! Anyway, so finish my story. Yeah, he was unavailable, so I was streaming and drinking my beer, as I do on Friday. 3 p.m. here, which is like the middle of the night in North America. So, you know, I'm sure there's UK time zones maybe, or, you know, Euro time zones probably better for me here in Korea. You know, I don't know if any Koreans want to listen to my soothing dulcet tones and learn English. I don't know. It's early days, you know. I'm up to a census-shattering 13 subs, thanks to Necro, who subbed a couple of days ago on Friday, I guess. Anyway, so you're moving back to the UK. Well, sir, I mean, not to get political, but it feels like if someone was going to move out of the US and return, as you say, back to the UK, now would be probably a optimal time to think about doing it. Yeah, for sure. So, are you a Brit? Is your wife a Brit? Are either of you Brits? Tell me more. When you're feeling tippity tappity, I realize your hands are busy with files, so I'm curious. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Anyway, hooray. UK where? Or have you decided yet? She's a Brit. I'm a Brit. She's a Yank. So I have U.S. citizenship. Yeah, well, I mean, no, let's not get into it. This is a happy chill file sorting, satisfactory playing session. So yeah, I back in my wandering around the world days, my first stint out of Canada was in Edinburgh for about Edinburgh and Scotland in general for about how long was I there? 5 months, something like that, and then a couple of times in London for a total of about a year. So I spent like a year and a half. Northwest, nice, up near Scotland. That's great. Yeah, I really love Scotland. I mean, I loved everywhere then because I was in my early 20s and mid 20s and early 30s. I spent a long time wandering the world. Yeah, and there was a lot of alcohol involved. So yeah, everywhere was pretty great. But yeah, loved Scotland, loved the Scots. And London, I mean, yeah, not so much, I must admit. I've only been out in Korea. Oh man, 29 years. I've actually, at this point, because as soon as I finished university, I left Canada in like 88, I think it was. 80, 88, yeah. And so I've spent more years in Korea, left Canada, traveling around the world, backpacking, yada, yada, yada. Late 80s. I've spent more years in Korea than I have in Canada at this point in my life, which is mind-boggling to me. So, yeah, it's been a minute. But retirement approaches 2 months from now, 8 weeks, literally 8 weeks from now, is mandatory retirement from Korea Corp. And hoping to travel, get back into traveling, and with my wife, you know, to show some of the places that I love around the world, because we spent the last couple of decades just nose to the grindstone, not really traveling at all, just saving money for retirement, you know. So yeah, back to the UK, Europe in general, back to the UK is definitely in the plans. I suppose occasionally I've been tempted. I don't like the way that I'm heartened by the last election that the you know, the Trump light version, Canadian style Pierre Poilievre didn't win the election. We got the technocrat Bank of England, Bank of Canada guy instead, which I'm not super thrilled with the policy stuff he's been putting into place. But I mean, it's wildly better than the alternative would have been. But that said, and you know, Justin Trudeau, a lot of hate for him, a lot of it suspiciously sourced, for what it's worth. But I figure he was a pretty good PM, and you know, but just in general, I feel like the brainworms from down south have really done a number on Canada in the last few decades as well. And I don't. Canada's still Canada, and it's still a great place. I'm still proud to be Canadian. However, I mean, and this is happening everywhere. It's happening in Korea too, and wild polarization of you know, politics and the rise of the right, far right, and stuff like that. It's happening everywhere. I can't say that Korea is better than, yeah, UK too. Obviously, yeah, absolutely everywhere, right? Well, most places anyway. You know, I mean, even New Zealand, they've got a bunch of idiots in power at the moment as well. I have been tempted occasionally, but it doesn't, it wouldn't, post-retirement, in terms of 10 years ago or 15 years ago, like finding a job in Canada, getting back into Canada, having my wife, I mean, we lived in Australia together for a few years as well, back in the early 2000s, 99, 2000, 2001, that era. And she loved Australia and stuff, so she'd be more or less fine with the idea in concept of moving to Canada. But in years past, the idea of looking for a job and the ridiculous happening in Korea, happening in the UK, I think happening everywhere, massive increase in, like, ridiculous, unsupportable increase in real estate prices and things like that. It just wouldn't have made sense. And, you know, I mean, Korea now, 30 years, it's my home. There's a lot to dislike about it, but there's a lot to dislike about everywhere. So no. And post-retirement, financially, it doesn't make sense as well. But just in general, no, not really. I don't have any I just got my mom left, and I go to visit her, you know, periodically. And I don't think she's going to be around that long anyway, health-wise and things. So I don't really have any, I like to go back, even though I don't like to see what I feel like is the things having gone slowly wrong in Canada over the last decades. But I'd love to go back, and I love the country, and by and large, mostly the people are still great and actually Canadian in every sense of that, you know, positive sense of that word. But no, I don't think so. I think Korea's it. You know, I think for the duration, our retirement plans are to stay here. And, you know, I mean, oh, you still have a house in the UK. Nice. Yeah, that's the thing in Canada, is that if you have any, not that I ever owned an apartment or anything, because I left young. I mean, I left in my mid-20s, early 20s, in Canada, and I don't know how it works between UK, US. I know US, your income is taxable globally, all that kind of nonsense, I think. But in Canada, if you have any significant financial ties to the country, which is things like bank accounts, real estate, you know, even credit cards, all of that, then the tax situation gets hinky. Otherwise, Korea and Canada have a tax agreement where I'm only taxed in Korea, you know, and that's it, you know. So if I had have owned property or anything, really, bank accounts or anything in Canada, it would have been, yeah, it would have been probably not a nightmare, but much more difficult. As it stands, I have no financial ties to Canada whatsoever. So yeah, if you already have, as you say, if you have a place in the UK already, fantastic. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure it's only, no matter where it is, even in the Northeast, Northwest, it's probably done nothing but appreciate in value while you've been in the US. So you've been 18 years, yeah, 18 years in the UK, or in the US. Wow. I assume you have gone back over those years periodically to the UK to visit and stuff? creature. Get out of the way, creature. Thank you very much. Right. Rental income. Yeah. You made by missing repairs to live keeping plus you're sitting soon. Yeah. If you got family, that's for sure. Like I said, I've just got my mum, and I've gone back periodically to help her out and visit stuff, but that's it. We've got, in terms of family for me, that's it. She has a sister who also, obviously Canadian, who also has been living in the US for decades now. Northeast, yeah. Like, where's she, Maine? Something like that. With an American husband, and and that's it for family. There's literally 3 of us. Like 3 surviving relatives. I mean, there's probably some distant cousin-ish blood relatives, and, my mom's sister has a couple of sons and stuff, so I got a couple of cousins, who I haven't seen in decades. But yeah, no family really in Canada, so... So you got a job lined up, or are you retired, or are you going to look for, or that stuff for yourself and your wife? I don't know details other than just, stuff I read. But it sounds like the UK is not doing super great at the moment in terms of economy and stuff. Maine is nice. In-laws who are coming to house, that's right, retired up there. Yeah, that's my mom's sister's retired as well. I don't know. I've got it in my phone somewhere. I don't know where they live in Maine, but I assume it's nice. They have a reasonable amount of money, so they're comfortable. But yeah, the husband, my uncle, I've never met him, is apparently sort of early, mid-ish stages of dementia now, and so moving to Canada, even though my mom's sister kind of wants to, is probably actually not going to be on the cards, because it would be too hard for him. So they're just hunkering down. But they're white, they're old, they're rich, so they're probably probably not in the yeah. Already working in the defense industry on upside terms in the UK's rebuilding. Yeah, Canada as well. Working with doing deals with defense types in the Eurozone. Yeah, I think everybody's kind of every country is kind of thinking along those lines. Yeah. Well, it's nice you have a job to go to then. That's kind of the downside here in Korea, is I'm kind of the top of my profession. But despite that, storied respect your elders aspect of Asian culture, the reality is really that way, unfortunately. Like once you get put out to pasture, and it's complicated. So because big companies here, Samsung, LG, all the chaebols, and the company I work for, which is not a chaebol, not a family-owned company, but is one of the top 5 in terms of size and stuff, because they're so powerful, there are, of course, rules about retirement and pensions and all that kind of nonsense. And Korea is a fully developed country in that way. I mean, it's comparable to Canada in many ways, or the UK for that matter, I suppose. But yeah, once so they kind of get to set their own rules to some extent in terms of mandatory retirement. And yeah, for the company I work for, it's 60, and I'll be 60 next week, and however they calculate it, I guess based on my start date or whatever, 22 years ago, end of September is it. I'm out. No choices, no options. Which I kind of love, but I wouldn't really mind working for a few more years. But the other thing is also on top of that is when you are, when you're a graybeard, unless you have the old boys network in place, which of course Koreans do, I don't have so much. Finding a job commensurate with my experience and, expectations about whatever, just not going to happen really. Maybe if I was in Seoul, do some consulting work and some training work, corporate training stuff, freelance-ishly, but I'm not. I'm down in the boonies here, and we're not moving to Seoul. We're a tiny 2-bedroom apartment, 800 square feet. Average price is now 1.2 million. No, that's not going to happen. So yeah, I'm probably retiring. So that's why I got to get more subs on this channel. Get monetized. Get some views going, man. I need that sweet YouTube ad revenue. Realistically, that's not going to happen at all or anytime soon if it does. So I just kind of like the sound of my own voice, I guess, hanging out on the internet, and occasionally people drop by, so hooray. Yeah. So yeah. And so your wife being in US, 1.2 million, which currency? US dollars, my friend, US dollars. Yeah, it's madness. It's madness. It's so a 23 pyong apartment, and a pyong is 3.3 square meters, and that works out to 900 square feet. It's kind of a standardish size. It's a small apartment here. Our apartment down here, although we're in the boonies, right? So it's different, but our apartment is that size. 900 square feet. And yeah, in Seoul, as of last month, whatever the article I saw, 1.2 million average for one of those. Not even new necessarily. It might be 20 years old and a piece of crap. Average. So yeah, going up from there to what in Korea would be well, for me as a Canadian, I've gotten kind of used to living in small places. But the larger apartments are adequate. I mean, 1,400 square feet-ish, something like that. That would be about 36 to 40 pyong. I don't know what that is in square meters. 1,200, whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, you're going up from there. So getting up into 2 million in Seoul, the Seoul area. It's nonsense. It's insupportable. It's the same thing as Vancouver in Canada, right? You can't buy anything, for less than $1 million, basically. I mean, I think the average in Vancouver for whatever the average size is in Vancouver is well over $1 million at this point too in Canada, and the other Canadian cities. I know the US is different that way. I see on Reddit all the time, somehow I clicked into a thing and now I get a bunch of stuff in my feed from like people buying apartments, first-time apartment buyers, r/first-time apartment buyers, whatever it is, right? And there are places in the US where you can get like a really nice house with a yard and a garden and stuff like that. By my lights, really nice for a couple $100,000 still. Obviously not in the cities. I mean, whatever, bumfuck Indiana or whatever. But yeah, and it is still here in the boonies, and less so in Canada, but still in Canada too. Of course, cheaper. When you're out of the cities, here in Seoul or here in Korea, basically an apartment where we are, which is as far southeast as you can get in the country, basically about 450 kilometers, 300, kilometers, you're British, about 450 kilometers south of Seoul. Small industrial area ish. Nice, but industrial adjacent. A third to a quarter of that price. Yeah. So yeah, it's madness. I think it from what I've seen of the like Reddit posts or whatever, just generally, picking up the atmosphere of stuff, it seems to me there's a bigger gap between the big city prices for houses and apartments and condos, and then bigger gap between that and small town whatever stuff in America. There's a bigger gap than there is here in Korea, and in Canada I think it's even smaller gap. My super AI camera just flashed at me because I did a hand gesture and I don't know what hand gesture I did. So is it still tracking me? Yeah, it's still tracking me. I assume that's fine. Yeah, it's 3 hogsheads to a king's finger, I think. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, and that's another reason why we wouldn't be moving post-retirement, which is very soon right now. Moving to the big city because I hate big cities first and foremost, and second because it just we wouldn't have a retirement if we had to, sell this place and then pay 10 times that for something reasonable up in Seoul or one of the other big cities. So no, we'll stay here. We'll stay here, and I'll just keep streaming on YouTube and see what happens. I might be able to pick we're still, the company is still here. They might throw me some part-time work. I'm the only person kind of who can do what I do at Hosco Group University, and so they might just throw me some part-time like lecture stuff and things like that for various programs in the future. Make a few bucks here and there. Still do a bit of web design on the side. It'll be fine, I think. According to our calculations, it'll be fine. Not great, but fine. And I'm happy to stop. I'm so checked out. I'm so checked out at this point. I mean, I've been ramping down, and they've been ramping down the amount of work they've been giving me for quite a while now. And at this point, with 2 months left, 8 weeks, I'm fully checked out. I'm fully invested in streaming on YouTube now, doing a little bit of photoshopping and all that kind of stuff. It's nice. So did you say when you guys scroll back here? Back to the UK next month? Oh, so yeah, so you guys are moving soon. Big change. What you said northwest. Oh, so up. Well, I mean, obviously, UK, England, not Scotland, I guess. Yeah. Did you say England or did you say UK? I assume oh yeah, northwest of England. So up Glasgow way-ish, I guess. Yeah. I forget what's up in the northwest. Blackpool. Is that northwest? Apologies for my terrible accent there. What am I doing? Video gamishly. I'm super happy to have a distraction though. Thank you for hanging out, brother. House pickups underway. Currently fighting with a moving company. Heading to Preston near Blackpool. There you go. Hey, lucky guess. Yeah, I didn't really spend any time really in much of England outside of London. Like I said, Scotland and lived in Edinburgh for a few months and several months, and then backpacked around, hitchhiked around Scotland twice. Loved it, but in terms of northern England, kind of went from Scotland down to London during my first trip on the way south, and then a couple of times I went back to London. It was more or less just to find bar jobs and things like that to make some money in the wandering Europe to Canada and back and forth and stuff way back when. So I would like to get up that way if the wife and I go. Lake District is up in that northern sort of midwestern area kind of thing. That area. I just love the look of the countryside in the UK. I'd love to drive around and look at stuff. The bucolic pleasantness of it all. Green and, was it green and peaceful? Green and something land? Yeah. And get sworn at by Chaz in the city. Nah, I love the UK. It was fun. Yeah, I had a good time there. I've had a good time everywhere I went, to be honest. I'm a fairly easygoing fella. That looks wrong. I'm not going to fix that right now. 4 years in Manchester Uni, 7 years in Preston Fire, years in the US. Oh, okay. So it's kind of back home then, eh? Hamlin, like 60 minutes north. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So, all right. I still have a vague idea of which I speak. 7 years in Preston before heading out to the US. So it's kind of back home-ish in a way. Nice. Oh, that's great. I'm happy for you, man. I assume you're feeling good about it. I mean, stressed and, moving is stressful and packing house is stressful and all that, but... Oh, okay. Oh, nice. That's a long time to be on secondment. Wow. And your wife, has she spent any time in the UK? I mean, obviously you guys have traveled there and stuff like that, so makes it generally positive if they focus on the positives. Yeah, you gotta, Well, you gotta. But in my experience, it is the best strat for sure. You're 18 and my 2 to 3 years ago. Yeah. Well, that's kind of me too. I mean, when I got the job here at Korea Megacorp in 2003, the wife and I had, we'd been in Australia for 3 years or so at that point in Sydney. And then we came back to Korea and I was teaching at a university for a couple of years. And not quite sure where we're going to go, what we're going to do, missing Australia, to be honest. And then I got the job here in 2003. And I remember we said, let's give it 2 or 3 years, see how it goes. And yeah, that was 22 years ago. So here we are. Things tend to, it's whatchamacallit's law, it's not work, but life just expands to fill the available space, the available time. Which, to be honest, with my 60th approaching, I'm starting to feel that there's less available than there once was. Oh, I want to check these generators. Hello, train. Are you picking up anything? No. Just running a circle. Okay, that's where those iron products are going to go later, I think. Cousins, Brisbane, another branch of my family in Vancouver Island, Vancouver proper. Lovely places. Yeah, have you been? I mean, Vancouver Island. God, I love Vancouver Island. That if the wife and I were to go to Canada to retire, it's a bit of a cliche in Canada. Victoria is where you go to retire, but that's Victoria and environs, Vancouver Island, southern part of Vancouver Island, definitely where I'd want to go. And if I haven't really spent time in Brisbane, in my 4 or 5, almost 5 years in Australia total. Sydney mostly, a couple months in Canberra, a couple months in Perth, little bits and pieces elsewhere, and then traveling around. But yeah, Brisbane, nice city, nice city. A little bit on the hot side for me. Australia, no. Yeah. Australia's, I mean, my Australian experience now is, 25 to 30 years old. Like I said, 4.5 years, something like that, all in, over a couple of trips there. And I loved it, but it was a long time ago now. Everywhere is different, of course. But yeah, loved it there too. And Vancouver and Carolina, yeah. Yeah, this is the thing. I don't know. I mean, looking at your timeline. Oh, good. This is starting to fill up. Lovely. Looking at your timeline there, you must be around my age, I'm guessing. Late 50s, early 60s, in that kind of neighborhood. Why did I say that? This is firing up now. Fantastic. Okay, I don't need to fix that. Why did I say that? There's some point I was gonna, I don't know. Anyway, probably some truism like there's late 40s. Oh, late 40s. Oh, you're a young'un. Ah, shit, you got all the time in the world, man. All the time in the world. Well, decade and a bit on me. Wow, so you went to the States, say 18 years you've been? So what's that? So early 20s, I guess, right? That you, or early to mid 20s, you went to the US after university probably, and then probably a few years in Preston, whatever. So anyway, yeah, wow. So like almost half, yeah, not that different for me in a way, effectively, basically about half my life-ish in Korea. And for you, pretty close to that too in the US, yeah. Wow. April 20s, late 20s, okay, yeah. Yeah, right, that makes sense, sure, late. So about 20, 18 years. Yeah. Long bloody time. Long bloody time to do anything and live anywhere. This is going to sound slightly dumb, I think. Or, slightly 60-year-old manish, but I've been soaking beans overnight. I gotta go cook those beans pretty soon. Spent more of my life post leaving home to go to uni in the US than the UK. Spent more of my life post leaving home in the US than the UK. Oh, so did you go to university in the States too? But anyway, yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, pretty much the same as me in Canada, yeah. Oops. Oh, so yeah, beans. I gotta, I gotta go cook beans. They've been soaking. They're ready for cooking. I gotta do the beans, and I want to watch the beans because they always tend to not explode, but overflow and do bad things and stuff. So I know dollars to donuts. If I continue hanging out here and chatting with you and playing the Satisfactory, the beans are going to burn, or the beans are going to foam up and explode. Bad things are going to happen. And my wife will be disappointed in the quality of the beans. So I think this has been a remarkably productive stream. I'm thrilled. Productive in the sense of chatting with you, getting to know you a bit, which is fantastic. And also, productive in building stuff, surprisingly, and fixing some problems in the factory. So, yeah, it must be late as buggery there. Eastern, so that's even later, yeah? Yeah. All right, man. Look, I really do appreciate you dropping by. We have actually 3 people here. I don't know who number 3 is, but whoever that is, welcome back as well, or welcome as well. I'm thrilled that you stopped by. Yeah, it's nice to have somebody to chat to. So, when you say next month, oops, hit my mic there. Sorry. When you say next month for your move back to the UK, is that next month? Because next month's pretty soon, right? Is that like early August or towards the end? Or oh, sorry. Fair enough. Let's call it a day. Well, good luck with your move, because I probably won't chat with you before then. So, yeah, good luck, bon chance, and yeah, we'll see you around the traps, my friend. 28th August. Ah, good. So you got some time. You got some time. Excellent. All right. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Mike, for hanging out. Thanks for who our third person is hanging out and watching too, for stopping by. Whatever. Next Sunday is going to be my 60th birthday. Wonderchickensian internet extravaganza. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be 60. It'll be my first stream as an officially old man. So we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, though, yeah, I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna call it end, and I'm gonna go cook me some beans. See you, Mike.